Hello everyone and welcome to episode 157 of Classic Elite. My name is Scott and I've got Dustin with me. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. Gonna play a video game, but it had to update.
That sucks, man. I had that happen with Destiny. What game are you gonna play?
Until Dawn.
Yeah, man. I think Destiny was just shy of 18 gigs.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, that first update is incredible.
It's like, holy crap. What's even on this disc? So, do you remember last episode how I said that when I got my PS4, well, actually at that time I didn't have my PS4 yet, that I was going to be getting Destiny, and I didn't think I was getting the DLC and stuff, or at least the Taken King. It came with all of that.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, and it's like, it's all white and has this like gold kind of artwork overlay on top of it. Looks pretty badass. pretty pumped, man. Looks good. But my entertainment center definitely does look like that Walter Matthau tooth that I brought up. So yeah, man, how's the week been? You've been sending me some sweet pictures from work.
Yeah, I've been blowing up your phone today. It's been great. It's been pretty chill. There hadn't been a million tickets coming in. I have my little IT dungeon in one of my schools that I've been cleaning up and organizing.
Nice. I
keep uncovering the laptops. One of which had Windows 2000 on it.
Yeah, that was funny. It was like cycling through an update.
Yeah.
That was crazy. It's cool that it's still booted up. You said it was a laptop. Did you have to put it into a power supply at all?
I did. Yeah, I don't know if the battery took charge. I doubt it. But it was a Dell Inspiron and Inspiron. I never remember what syllable I'm emphasizing that.
I don't know.
But it weighs like 30 pounds. It's great.
Yeah, seeing that reminded me of a project I'm involved with right now. So I had Windows 10 Technical Preview on my spare PC, right? And it dawned on me I should just upgrade that to the full Windows 10. It kept asking me for a product key. Well, I downloaded the Technical Preview, so I was never given like a login product key. So I got into this weird territory of downloading or copying text into Notepad and running Visual Basic scripts to try to... Now, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just copying and pasting and running, so I'm just hoping that I'm not doing something insane.
Right. To
bring up my product key. So I enter my product key then after it goes through all the download and stuff, and it still didn't work. So now I'm in the process of, when Doghouse Systems sent us a PC, or sent me one, they sent me a OEM backup kit. So I did OEM backup to the original kit from 2011. And I'm currently installing 199 updates. I'm bringing the computer from 2011 up to 2015 so that I can do the real upgrade to Windows 10 that way.
Okay.
It's kind of a pain in the ass. I ended up having to take out a DVD-ROM drive from my main computer and putting it into my spare PC because I needed to run optical discs, and when I built that spare PC, I didn't put a disk drive in it.
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I going to need this? So I had it all Frankenstein and torn apart.
There's a program called Magical Jelly Bean.
I saw that in a forum.
Yeah, you can run that, and it'll give you your key. But if you did your key the other way and it didn't work, there's no telling if it would work to begin with.
It'd be interesting to... Oh, I can't do it now. Never mind. I was going to say it'd be interesting to run a different piece of software and see if it gave me a different key.
Yeah.
To see if one of them was bogus or not, you know. The one seemed pretty tame. It was just text in a notepad, and it was just a script that was run. So I don't think it did anything. I don't know. Who knows? I didn't know what I was doing, Dustin. It was bad news. Google sent me down a terrible path, man.
It's cool, man. Just get those whatever scripts you got on the internet. Just take them and run them on your computer. No big deal.
Well, my thought process was I'm going to be wiping this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been wiped.
Yeah, if you format it, it's no big deal.
Yeah, it was a completely clean install of Windows 7. Pre-Service Pack 1.
Man.
So I was old. Got a lot of catching up to do.
Did Peter Dinklage do all the sounds for Windows 7 back then?
I wouldn't know. I read something about it, but Nolan North has been the chime so far. So
sweet.
Yep. My buddy told me, did Dinklage win an Emmy for Destiny? Could that be possible? That doesn't sound right.
I don't know.
Couldn't
What are
tell if
Emmys?
he was trolling me or not. You see, what are the Emmys?
Yeah.
I thought they were like for TV shows and stuff. They're like Grammys or Oscars.
Recognizes excellence in the television industry. Yeah.
So, I mean, he probably just won one, not for Destiny, but for Game of Thrones or whatever.
Yeah.
So, outside of finding a... sorry, we got so off topic. But outside of finding a old laptop running Windows 2000, you found a third of the Triforce.
That's true. I did, yeah. I think it was wisdom.
I was going to say, you got wisdom and courage. You just need...
Was it power?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, I found the controller to the CDI.
Yes.
Well, I found a controller to the CDI. Here's the thing. The controller I found was at a different school.
What?
Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna go to my other school and there's gonna be like a false wall.
Yes.
And I'm gonna knock it down. There's gonna be a complete copy, like all CDI library complete.
Oh, that'll be amazing. What are the odds of that?
But yeah, I opened it up and when was the last time you saw this? The batteries inside had the thing where you push the buttons on them and they tell you how much power they have left.
Oh, man.
I was looking on them for an expiration date and I couldn't find one.
But they had that little power meter, right?
Yeah.
I thought that power meter was the best thing ever.
I was just like, man, it has been decades since I've seen one of these.
We used to save, because remember they would come on the battery pack itself too?
Uh-huh.
So you could test other brands of batteries. So we'd actually keep the packaging in our battery drawer so that we could test batteries. Yeah. Now it's just all rechargeable. Did I tell you I invested in all rechargeable?
That's the best way to go.
Oh, man. It was worth the investment for sure.
Yeah. It's the only way to go.
So, yeah, man, you found a CDI controller, and that would be amazing if... don't bomb any walls, but, just push on them from time to time.
I rap on them with my sword every once in a while.
Okay, there you go. So, speaking of, like, Nintendo news and whatnot, did you happen to see the first thing I put in the show notes, a $400 statue of Simon Belmont?
I did.
Dude, how cool is that thing?
That thing is freaking awesome.
So what this is go to ClassicElite.com. I think we have our show notes picture already. But I found this article on Kotaku, and someone put together a 20-inch tall, $400 Simon Belmont statue. And it's kind of the front version of the original NES box.
Yeah, same pose and everything. Oh, it's awesome.
It's really cool. Dude, I wish I had $400 to just gift it to you. Okay, you'd open a rental shop, I'd buy my friends dumb statues.
Yeah, I wish statues did something other than just be statues, because if I spend money on this and my wife asked how much it was and what it did, and I said, oh, it just sits there, I'd probably get punched in the face.
Yeah. Well, Dustin, if it does much more than be a statue, we're creeping into amiibo territory, and that's kind of off limits. So
I don't know. I'd probably buy a Simon Belmont amiibo.
yeah,
I'd go turncoat for that.
it'd be worth it.
Yeah.
Especially if it was this badass.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Andres. Is it Nelts? Yeah, Nelts from Kotaku put this article up, and it's pretty sweet. Let's go to classicleet.com and look at our show notes. This should be our picture for this week. And then next up, I did have something about the Grim Patron, Dustin. Mm-hmm. It's a card that's really frustrating in Hearthstone, and it looks like Blizzard's going to nerf it. So I just wanted to mention that. I didn't read the article, so I don't see exactly what they're going to do, but they're going to be making some changes. But essentially, this thing multiplies every time it's hit, and it takes enough damage, or it takes a good amount of damage that it's not really easy to kill. So it just keeps multiplying, and then people buff it, and then they're hitting you and ending the game in one turn. I think that's people's frustration is, if you and I were playing, you could be beating me, and then I could just get lucky, get the right draw with this card, and just end you in one turn.
That'd be a bummer.
Yeah. So they're going to change that, which is cool of them. Another thing that headline caught my attention, Dustin. Mm-hmm. Forgot to read the article, but it caught my attention because it's from Polygon, and the Resident Evil team is focusing their attention on virtual reality games. Wanted to get your thoughts on that.
If the virtual reality sets for the home consoles are economically viable, then I'm excited about it. Mm-hmm. But if I can't buy one, then I am bitter and disappointed.
Okay. Excited nonetheless, though. It sounds like you're optimistic that it'll be cool.
Yeah, I think it'll be awesome.
Yeah, see, I think so too. I probably won't play them. I'm sure that they will be scary games. I won't want anything to do with it. But now that I'm a proud PS4 owner, if the Morpheus is in the right price point, maybe I will be able to try out some VR.
Yeah, I can record myself playing games and turn our YouTube channel into just me screaming like a girl.
I'd watch it.
That's how PewDiePie made it, right?
Yeah, it is. He edits his, though, pretty hardcore, I think. Well, not hardcore, but he puts a lot of chop edits in and some graphics here and there.
Okay.
Nothing outrageous, I guess. More than what you and I do.
Yeah, after we make it big, I'll hire him to edit my videos.
Okay. Dude, speaking of watching videos, have you paid any attention to this duel that's been going on between Dan Reichert of Giant Bomb and Patrick Klepek of Kotaku?
I heard a little bit about it on the recent episode, but I haven't seen anything. So I've been following it like a fan. Just I from both sides too. Mm-hmm. Giant Bomb and Dan Reichert specifically has been making really difficult Mario levels in Mario Maker, and Patrick Klepek has been playing them and beating them. And these have terrible level design, but are just ridiculously hard. Like, not enjoyable, just dumb, right? Yeah. And Patrick's still been beating them. So Patrick went on a little bit of a rant at one. Now the rivalry's kind of been heating up. Dan will make a level, Patrick will beat it. Well, Patrick kind of really put himself out there a little bit at the end of one of his videos, and is like, "Dan, you think you're the nightmare? I'm the nightmare." Kind of like Rorschach and Watchmen. Mm-hmm. I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me. One of my favorite lines in a movie ever. So he kind of pulls that sort of thing. And Dan Reichert then spends hours making this near impossible Mario level. And then watching Patrick Klepek play this crazy hard level is just awesome. And Dan's watched Patrick play other Mario Maker levels. Mm-hmm. So he knew how he analyzed the levels.
So he was able to take advantage of the way that Patrick would analyze the way certain things were just to mess with them. And he knew that he struggled with certain things, so he put a lot of that stuff in it. Like, it was really cool. At one point, the Giant Bomb community started making levels, so that chat would just suggest stuff, and then they'd put it in a level. And Patrick, beat those levels and whatnot. And, oh crap, what was I lost my train of thought, but Gersman did something real funny with it as well. But nonetheless, it's been hilarious to watch Patrick try to beat these levels. And Dan Reichert, I gotta say, he can be like real creative with his deviousness.
That's cool.
I was impressed. I couldn't beat the levels.
He's creative, a creative troll.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, that's been really, really fun to watch. I'd highly recommend going and checking that out. YouTube.com/Patrick Klepek. He's got all that stuff kind of archived.
In the chat, Mike T says, "I'll get that Morpheus cheap."
Yes, he probably will. He'll probably get paid to get it.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say about Gerstmann. At one point, Gerstmann was watching the Giant Bomb community level get played by Patrick. So, and that was being live streamed. So it was kind of like going back to that live stream, watching a live stream, watching a live stream.
Yeah.
I was guilty of enjoying that. Because I was watching Gerstmann watch Patrick stream a video game. And I loved it. It was really funny. So, let's see here. Any other thoughts, though, on Resident Evil before we move on? Let me ask you this. Do you think that they could make a game or would make a game that's not scary?
Yeah. I mean, if they go the action route like they have been recently, that's likely.
Okay.
But I hope not. I hope they go back to like their spooky roots. Which, God, that'd be a great name for a band.
Spooky Roots.
Holy crap.
They're your Halloween cover band.
Yeah. Halloween ska band. That's what it is.
Yeah, there you go. Well, there was some rough news that I saw. I was interesting that it wasn't getting a little bit more coverage, but Humble Bundle basically said that they got a little overextended by expanding and had to lay off 12 people, which was 20% of their workforce.
That's weird. Don't they make like $1 billion per bundle?
I guess not.
I don't know. I wonder what their cut is, because I mean those Humble Bundles are flipping super popular.
Yeah, I don't know. But they said that they were too ambitious with their expansion. So maybe the Humble Bundles are losing steam. I mean, not like the platform. I mean,
right.
The momentum.
Stupid video game naming.
Didn't work. Yeah, jeez. Taking our words. Yeah, I thought that was too bad. Have you ever had to go through a layoff?
Nope, not yet.
Not yet.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. We'll keep that up. Yeah, I have. It's bad. So. Oh, we have we've got a new person in chat. Act Witch is asking, which Konami franchise would you buy up?
Castlevania.
Contra.
Yes.
Easy. More questions. That was fun. But yeah, Contra for sure. There's only been 2 that I really love. I mean, the Super Nintendo one and Genesis one, Hardcore and Contra 3 are great games. But they're like crazy hard. I guess I'd just like to make sure that more Contra games were at least like that, you know?
Mm-hmm. I think you should play the Super Nintendo one again. I think it'd be easier than you remember.
Really?
Yeah, I think it would be easier than what you call it, the first one.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'll give it a try. I own it. So
That's a great game. Holy cow.
and Act Witch also asks, why not Silent Hill?
Oh, crap. I forgot about Silent Hill.
I've never played a Silent Hill game.
They're good.
I'm a wimp. They're scary, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 1, 2, and 3 are excellent. 4 is okay, and the ones after that are fair to middling.
Is that the one with the pyramid head?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I've seen some pretty sweet cosplay of that.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan of that. But yeah, I wouldn't buy up Silent Hill just because I'm not a fan of horror games. Although I hear that they're amazing, so... Yeah, I guess our choices, Dustin, wouldn't really do so well. Silent Hill would probably be the wise choice here.
Yeah.
Whereas Contra, I don't think... I could make the best Contra game in the world, and it's not going to sell gangbusters, you know?
True.
Castlevania hasn't been selling well.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, if you're interested at all in looking at Silent Hill but not playing it, there's a lady. Her name is Dina Natalie. She does a game show called Pixels as Big as Cats, and she's done like exhaustive reviews of all of the Silent Hill games. Also, guys on YouTube called Twin Perfect. They did the it's called the True Silent Hill Experience.
Okay.
Where they go through and like exhaustively go through all the different Silent Hill games.
Sweet. So yeah, also Destiny. Now that I'm a Destiny guy, right?
Yeah.
Destiny got the Carlton Dance. Remember Carlton?
Do you have to pay for it?
Of course.
I might pay for the Carlton Dance.
Oh, really?
It's pretty awesome.
And actually, my buddy bought it. It looks really good. I did not pay for it.
Man, that's hard.
Oh, we got another question by Act Witch, and it's Konami related again. Which is the worst series by Konami back when they used to be good? I'm pretty sure Bayou Billy was Konami. I didn't like that game. Oh, yeah, a clippity clop for both of us. Bayou Billy.
Released by Konami.
All right, that's my
published.
vote. Developed and published. Okay. So I'm going to go with Bayou Billy on the NES. It's tough to remember their stinkers. Not because they didn't have them, but because they're... When they hit hard.
Let me see. Trying to go through their releases.
Gotta remember. Were there? I would give you Ultra, since that was a Konami branch.
Oh yeah.
Were there any Ultra games? Most of those were decent too, like Turtles and
Goonies. I mean that the first one was meh, and the second one was pretty okay. I mean, it was still good by comparison to other stuff, but
okay. I bought the Goonies just because I found it for a couple bucks.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, that'd be fun to have in the collection. But yeah, the Carlton Dance. You think you might get it?
It's tempting. It depends on how much it is.
400 or 500 silver.
How much is silver? Like, what's the?
I think like a penny a silver.
So like $4 or $5.
I think so. Yeah.
That's kind of steep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But let me ask you this: my buddy and I were talking about this the other night. What's your opinion on them moving towards a microtransaction model?
If it makes the different, if it like they were talking about on Giant Bomb, where microtransactions would like fuel the team and the team would actually produce more content and make stuff better.
Yeah.
If that was the case and it was all like hats basically
And dances.
hats and dances, then I'd be fine with that.
That was kind of my reaction too. But the first thing he said is, once they, just like the Giant Bomb guys were saying, once they charge for such and such exotic to drop, then you're in bad territory.
Yeah.
Diablo tried that and it didn't work. And now that Diablo's taking that away, they're making plenty of money. People are still playing a ton of Diablo and buying it every day, which is cool. Dustin, what kind of controller do you use on your PC?
I use just the normal Xbox 360 controller.
Did you see that? There you go. Okay, yeah, I'm the same way. Unless I can use the PS4 controller, I prefer the feel of that a little bit better. So I'll go with that. But unfortunately, with the PS4 controller, you have to have it, or at least I have to have it wired. I don't have Bluetooth in my computer, and I don't know if there's a way to run. Like, I think you have to run some other program to get your Bluetooth to work with your PS4 controller. Like, it just doesn't. It's not like plug and play, right? Like our 360. Well, I guess the 360 controller, you still had to install drivers and stuff. But they are coming out with a wireless dongle for the Xbox One controller for PC, for Windows 10 only. It won't work with Windows 7.
Oh, devious.
Or Windows 8.
Of course, I don't think anybody cares about upgrading Windows 10. I think Windows 10 is pretty unanimously liked.
Yeah, I think so. And they've got 110 million users or something like that already, which is crazy.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, so the dongle is going to be $25, and it's coming out on October 27th, according to Amazon.
Cool. That's not bad.
I thought $25 was worth it to cut the cord.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed being able to take my 360 controller back and forth between the 360 and the PC.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the D-pad a lot more on the Xbox One controller. Just nice to have that plus bar, you know?
I haven't even tried it yet. I haven't held one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's good. I don't like the triggers as much. They kind of screwed that up, I think. At least for my hands. And then I've got two quick rumors, Dustin, and then we'll get to what you've been playing.
Alrighty.
So, in the rumor mill on Nintendo, mynintendonews.com, there's a rumor of Twilight Princess HD getting released. Did you ever play Twilight Princess?
Yeah, that was the one on the first one on the Wii.
Yeah, and and GameCube.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about it.
I played it, liked it. I liked Skyward Sword better, but I remember my friend Matt disagreeing with me. He liked Twilight Princess better, and it seems like as time has gone on, people have kind of warmed up to Twilight Princess a little bit more. I didn't like the wolf stuff all that much.
Me either. I didn't like the motion controls. There was a lot I didn't like about that game. I don't know. I'd like to go back to it and see what I think now.
Yeah. Be interesting to see just what it looks like, too.
Mm-hmm.
At least how muddy and stuff it would probably be. And then also, there are some rumored Wii games coming to the Wii U Virtual Console.
Okay.
Same source, mynintendonews.com. Skyward Sword, Mario Galaxy, and Metroid Other M. That would be sweet.
Metroid Other M, I don't remember that being well received. That's kind of a weird game to put up there.
Maybe that's what they've been teasing this whole time. Years ago when they had Reggie with a little... What was he on, like Video Game Awards or something? Where he came out and had a little lapel pin of Samus.
Huh.
Remember what I'm talking about? People went nuts.
Mm-hmm.
It was all
just to forecast this.
All to forecast this.
The biggest disappointment in history.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting that they're bringing Wii games to the Virtual Console. So again, I don't know if this is 100% true. This is a rumor. Are there Wii games already on the Virtual Console?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Clearly, you can run it since there's an emulator built in. But so cool. So all right, man. What have you been playing?
First off, I've been enjoying Monster Madness on Cinemassacre. Oh, that website kind of blows.
Yeah, it could be better.
Like the overall layout, I don't mind. It's just the ads. They are so ubiquitous. It actually makes my PC chug.
Really?
Trying to play a video and all the ads going at the same time.
See, and we want to not use ad block. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like as the ads change, like I have malware bytes. It's constantly going off like malicious site detected.
Really?
Yeah, like it's trying to send information to different ad sites. But the overall Monster Madness is a bit okay. Every like third review is him and his buddy talking about a movie.
The Mike guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's all right. I prefer the scripted ones personally, but
yeah.
It's been pretty cool. I enjoy it. I'll sit down at my computer and be like, man, I have like 10 minutes. What can I do? And I remember like, oh, hey, there's a new Monster Madness today. I'll go check it out.
I need to go back and watch some of them. I watched The Ring. And that was more of a sit-down casual conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But I've watched some of his older ones, so.
Yeah. Yeah, after talking about the Halloween Blu-ray transfer, I went back and watched his review of it. That was really good.
Sweet.
Let's see. I already told you I almost played Until Dawn. I think we had already started the show when it finally the update finished, and then I turned my PS4 off. So I look forward to playing that. It's like from what I've seen, it's kind of like a slasher movie.
Yeah.
Starring the cheerleader from Heroes.
Oh. Hayden Panettiere or something?
Yeah.
Panettiere? I don't know.
But I don't know because I couldn't play it. And I've actually gone back to Alan Wake.
That's interesting.
It's mainly because I have a Halloween playlist.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the songs on there is featured in American Nightmare, which was kind of like the pseudo-sequel DLC that came out. And it really made me want to play it. And I've always wanted that. I have it on Steam, but I always wanted it on 360. So I went to my local game trader and picked up a copy for like $10.
Nice.
And I went to download American Nightmare because it's download only. There's no physical copy except for on PC. And trying to do anything with the Xbox 360 was an enormous pain in the butt. Just because I hadn't turned the thing on in a million years. I think I had to update it twice.
Okay.
After I updated it, I had to change my password because I changed my password at some point. So I changed my password. I put that in. But it wasn't that password because I set up two-step verification. So I had to generate an app password. So I generated the app password, put it in, finally got in my account. I go into Xbox Live Arcade, and I tried searching for American Nightmare a couple of times. Didn't work. So I had to go into Arcade and then browse, go into A through whatever letter, finally found it, go to buy it, have to update my credit card information. So I go in there and I update my credit card information. I delete the old credit card information. I go back, click it, Go to buy it. A screen pops up that says, you need to change your settings. This profile doesn't allow you to buy stuff. Change your settings and this.
Are you serious?
So yeah, it says something like go to settings and then privacy. So I'm like, okay. So I go through, okay, console settings. No. Security settings. No. I pull up I hit the X button that pops up the little menu.
Yeah.
I go in the settings there. I don't see it. I have to go on the internet, Google this problem, figure out where to go. There's actually a third setting where it's like you up in when you're browsing the store, there's like the upper bar.
Yeah.
Where it's like games, TV, movies, and then all the way over here, settings. So I go to settings. I go to my profile. It's set to custom for some reason. I go up to adult, set it as adult, and then I can buy the game.
Jeez. That's like... you're not going to be able to just play your game regardless if you think about it. Because you're either going to have to go through this kind of archaic stuff, or you're going to have to wait for a big patch to download on the new consoles.
Yeah. Unless you're playing cartridge-based games, in which case you just plug it in and play.
Oh, and speaking of cartridge-based games, did you see that retro VGS thing? It's canceled for now.
Yeah. The weird like Jaguar shell
yeah.
company. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, the whole thing
was a weird thing.
Bizarre. It was interesting to follow. Yeah, Until Dawn. There's a cool playthrough, I think, that well, I'm assuming it's cool, but like the Giant Bomb East guys did.
Oh, all right.
I think they played through most of the game or whatnot, or maybe all of it. Who knows?
I like Alex Navarro in New York.
Okay.
He kind of rubs me the wrong way when he's around everybody. Because when he's in California, he tries to be as funny as like I think we've talked about this before. But when he's just around Vinny and what's the new guy's name?
Austin.
Yeah, he fits in well there.
Yeah, I agree. It was a little weird listening to the Beastcast when he wasn't on it this last week. So yeah, I think I've come around a little bit on Alex. Yeah, I'm so glad that we get 2 Giant Bomb podcasts a week now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And one comes Friday morning. It's a nice little treat for the day.
Mm-hmm. Tuesday and Friday.
Tuesday and Friday. You're in good shape. So, anything else? Nothing retro?
No. I am reading the novelization of Alan Wake also.
Oh, how's that?
It's all right. It's pretty straightforward. Like there's no the writer didn't really take any he didn't really it's basically just like the game in word form. Right?
Okay.
He didn't go out of his way with anything. But I'm enjoying it. I'm like almost halfway through it already, and I just bought it today, so
nice. I gotta love a good page turner, like a quick read. So yeah, well, cool, man. Well, I wanted to, I guess, talk about a couple of things. My buddy Eric, he is, he's starting to play with this team in Heroes of the Storm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to make some money as a team.
That's awesome.
Thought that was pretty cool. I felt like a jinx though. So they're like real high level players, doing the Hero League thing and or the Team League. And the 2 matches I watched of them, they lost.
Oh no!
But they were 5-0 up until when I started watching them. So I was like, oh, I'm sorry guys, I'm a jinx. But it was cool. They're much better than I am. They just have a much better map awareness and enemy awareness and all that stuff. So it was definitely cool. Also, have you watched any of this stuff about Transformers Devastation?
No.
Have you looked at the game at all?
I saw that it was going to be released, but I was like, man, I didn't even know they were making a new Transformers game.
It looks visually really cool, but I heard it's short, so I'm going to wait for it to go on sale.
Okay.
But it's made by Platinum.
Oh wow. Okay.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, the Platinum. If
Did they make like Revengeance or something for Metal Gear or
Revengeance, they did Vanquish, Bayonetta. Was Bayonetta Platinum?
Bayonetta? Yeah, there's people who did Bayonetta.
Yeah, those guys are really good at action games. That's I'm actually intrigued now because I thought it was just going to be kind of a standard third person shooter affair. So
No, and it's like got really nice cell shaded graphics. So, but yeah, once the price drop comes, I'll be checking that out. I started getting back into StarCraft 2, Dustin.
all right.
So I've started playing Heart of the Swarm because Legacy of the Void comes out in a month.
Not to be confused with Heroes of the Storm.
Heroes of the Storm, jerks. So I'm trying to get through Heart of the Swarm. It's a lot of fun. But Legacy of the Void, if you pre-ordered it, you got 3 like bonus prologue missions. So you get a little bit more story, and then you get other Blizzard stuff for their other games. So I was like, well, I'm probably going to get this anyways. I might as well just buy it now, and I got the extra perks.
Sweet.
I was a sucker for them. But that's fun. I'm really, really, really a bad StarCraft player.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of fun with it. That's why the campaign is so brilliant. It doesn't make you feel dumb, and you can go at a slow enough pace. And if you are a really good StarCraft player, you can crank the difficulty up. It's nice. This is a game, Dustin, I'm surprised I didn't see on your list. Star Wars Battlefront, the beta was last week. I thought you checked that out for sure.
I don't know. Like multiplayer, competitive, meh.
No.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Yeah, I bet it. I remember seeing the E3 footage. That looked great, but
it looks really good. I played maybe a half hour of it, which is a very long time for me to be playing a competitive shooter. I am quite bad at it, but it played good. I thought it ran well on my machine. It looked good. So all in all, I had a pretty positive experience with it, even though I got some kills. Like, so I wasn't completely, it wasn't, I think it was Call of Duty or something recently that there was like a weekend open beta, or maybe it was Battlefield, and I would take 3 steps and die, and 3 steps and die. And in Star Wars, I didn't have that problem. You want to read that?
Yeah. Mike T says, I played Battlefront. I was excited because it was Battlefront, but Star Wars. After I played it, I was disappointed because it was Battlefront, but Star Wars.
Yeah. I think it means Battlefield. Battlefront's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Or is Battlefront something that's outside of Star Wars?
No. Star Wars Battlefront is...
Just Star Wars.
Yeah, just Star Wars.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, speaking of taking a long time, or playing a long time, Giant Bomb was talking about doing raids in Destiny taking like 8 to 12 hours.
Yeah, dude.
Man, yeah. They were talking like, yeah, you can't do it without 6 people, and it's going to take a whole bunch of time. And I was like, man, I'm never going to do that.
Yeah.
There's no way it's going to happen.
I don't see myself ever doing that. And that's a whole Saturday. All day.
Yeah.
And what if you get to the end and screw it up? Like, who knows what that last checkpoint's like, you know? I'm pretty sure they streamed it on Giant Bomb.
Raids are not for families, that's for sure, man.
I don't know if it was because the beta was a success or not, or it was real popular, but they extended the beta for an extra day. So it was supposed to end on Monday, but it ended on Tuesday instead, which is pretty cool.
They didn't set enough servers on fire.
Nope. They're like, let's keep these going. And it connected fast, and yeah, I thought it was all right. Then also I fired up a little bit of Batman. I played about an hour of Batman. I played a lot of games this weekend. Played about an hour of Batman. I started New Game Plus. So I'm kind of going back to the beginning, stuff that I haven't played in a while. And, man, it's just too bad that they released that game as busted and broken as they did. Because I really like it.
That says a lot. You don't play games more than once usually.
Mm-mm.
For you to go back to a game is...
yeah, I was just in the mood to kind of go back. And it looks great. So I just wanted to see how... I was also testing some different recording stuff. I can't quite get the frame rate that I want recorded on Fraps, and I can't find any other good software. So I was messing around with different codecs for DxTory.
All right.
And didn't get the results that I wanted, but I thought Batman was a really good example. Batman and The Witcher 3 are what I used to try to get that going.
It's really frustrating not having something for PC to record stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about buying like an Elgato because I want something that does 60 frames. I want something that's going to do the frame rate that I'm playing at. I don't want... the Pog products were great for the time, but they only output at 30 frames, and I don't want that.
Yeah.
It's better than nothing, but I'd prefer to have it at 60 if I can.
If I ever get rid of a data cap, I'll probably try and render stuff as nice looking as possible. Now I'll probably just keep it at 720 just to keep the amount of data down.
Yeah, makes sense. So, in The Witcher 3, I made some progress there. I'm starting to get to some main story parts that I was really waiting for. It took me a really long time. The game's called The Wild Hunt. They're now finally starting to feel like part of the story.
All right.
So it's like, Jesus. So, yeah, that was cool. So, enjoying The Witcher 3. I was pretty bummed out. Mega Man 2.5D. I've talked about that on the show before. You can play like local co-op with it. It doesn't work on Windows 10.
What?
Yeah, at least not for me.
Hey, you need to keep your current rig at Windows 7 then. Just make that your Mega Man 2.5D machine.
You're right. And I bought Tony Rocket League, and then he fell asleep on me.
That sounds about right.
So,
poor guy.
So eventually here, I'm going to get to play some Rocket League with Tony. So I'm looking forward to that. Do you have that on PC?
No, I think it's just PS4.
Okay. And then I've been enjoying some Destiny. I played maybe an hour and a half of it last night with my friend, like I said at the beginning of the show, and it was fun. I swallowed the pill that gives me level 25 right away.
What's that?
So if you get the Taken King, you get this item in your inventory and it automatically levels one of your characters to level 25.
Huh.
So you can start playing Taken King stuff.
Cool.
So you only get one of those. Just period, per account. No, maybe not per account. Per copy of full Destiny Taken King you buy, I think you probably get one.
Huh.
And now I'm at level 26. It was funny. Mike T noticed I was already at level 26 and was like, Jesus, he's playing a lot of Destiny. Did you not go to sleep last night? That's not the case. I just used that thing. So, all right, man. Well, let's get to our YouTube comments and then Mike's email, and we'll call it a show.
All right.
So we've got something here from Tony, a good buddy. Why is this screwing up for me? Can't see all of his comment. There we go. Okay, so Tony's commenting on our last episode, episode 156, over at youtube.com/classicleet. And he says, on virtual reality, one of the parts I loved about the book Ready Player One was that someone created a virtual reality system that worked for everyone. I'm excited about VR, Oculus, Sony, Microsoft offerings, but I'm with you in fearing the price to be too high. Sony and Microsoft will be cheaper to work with the current generations, but who knows what the functionality will be. He says another Kinect, unsupported accessory, who knows? We'll see. As far as Sunset Riders, I love that game. Have a great story, and I will share it on a future cast. Vogue Nasty, I'm pumped that you were liking Destiny. Yeah, I guess you can count me into that too. He said, I watched your stream. Scott, PS4, awesome. Way to pull the trigger. So yeah, Tony, thanks, man. Hopefully he enjoys listening to this episode. He's only got a couple weeks left of his MBA, and then he's a free man.
That's right. A free man with 4 children.
With 4 kids. And a full-time job.
That's right.
So then we got one from Zarek. Do you want to read this one?
Do you want me to save like the spoiler portion for Walking Dead to the end?
Yes.
Like the end of the show?
Yeah. And then we'll come back to it.
Okay, cool. So I'll read the like first third of it. Zarek says, I have the same problem with compressed air cans. Now I keep 5 of them and rotate them out. That's pretty smart.
Yes.
If you're really good, you would make some like minigun contraption so it like spins.
Oh, like a Gatling gun of air compression.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
There's reusable compressed air cans that come with a compressor. They're pretty expensive though.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy the Oculus most likely. My PC already meets all the requirements. I plan to make a great sacrifice and lend it to my friends a lot. You're a nice dude. The barrier to entry is indeed too high, so I'm going to do my part to increase demand. Make sure you wipe it off every time. You don't want to go spreading pink eye. Pink eye,
yeah. Not everyone's going to think that you're going to get pink eye just like from that glasses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is not that hard. We used to share goggles with each other when we were kids.
Yeah, it would be like the 3DS causing blindness in children myth. He goes on to say, I like Guardians of the Galaxy as well, but I feel they made one mistake. Greatest hits from no later than 1988. Why isn't Bonnie Tyler I Need a Hero in that movie?
Oh, good call.
Yeah, they really dropped the ball on that. I would have died laughing.
Absolutely.
Then he goes on to say at like the 38-minute mark, I made a joke about turning left at Albuquerque.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I laugh so hard almost every time you make corny jokes like this. I showed this comment to my wife. I was like, see, somebody thinks I'm funny.
That's awesome.
And then, let's see, Walking Dead. Yeah, the rest is Walking Dead spoilers, so we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. And then Domez has a comment here alerting us about a little trick with Mario Maker that I was not aware of. He said a hot Mario Maker cheat is that you may not have thought of is you mentioned you couldn't go on YouTube for a guide, and true that, but you can click download level, and once you can download the level, you can edit it so you can fly around in debug style and see where you need to go. It's still hard, but at least you can plan ahead. Or play ahead. Did not know you could. Now I've heard that a bunch of times, but he was definitely the first one that alerted me to that. It's interesting. So, then we also have an email from Mike T. Also going back to Zarek real quick, he put up a third part of Mega Man. It's good again.
Oh, I need to watch that.
It's good stuff. So, Mike T writes in. This is Mike T of the Cartoon Retrocast. So, the Cartoon Retrocast trolled all their fans, Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that episode 100 was their last episode. That was a lie.
You sounded like Maury Povich.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You are not the father.
You're determined that was a lie.
So anyways, they're back. So this is Mike T of the Cartoon Retrocast. You can get their excellent show over at thecartoonretrocast.com. And he says, hello all. First off, congratulations to Scott on his Dinger PS4. $314 is a great price for a brand new system with a game after taxes. The game, Destiny, is really fun, especially when you play with friends. Hint, hint. I'd agree. That's what I've done so far, and it's been definitely better than just playing by myself. And it says, anyways, I have breaking news from Classic Elite. Next week, Best Buy will have the Taken King on sale for $50. That means people with the Gamer Club unlocked will be paying $40 for the game. If you don't have the game yet, this is a great price. If you already have the game disc but didn't buy the expansion or the DLC, this is even better. So that'd be good for you, Dustin. If you just have the base game.
Yeah, I do.
And then it says if you go to nextworth.com, you can trade that game in for $30 cash, and that will give you they will give you a check, or you can do PayPal or a Target gift card. The reason why this is an excellent deal is because the one thing that disc does not authenticate you to play Destiny. It's the code that comes with the game and the discs. It gives you all the access to the expansion and the DLC. Yes, it is a code. But aren't they giving you 30? Yeah, that's nuts. This is buy the game disc from Best Buy. Use the code, mail in the game. You basically paid $10 for all the DLC and expansion. Dustin, I'll do this for you. Don't even worry about it. I know you have a lot to play and you're probably pretty busy, but whatever. It's $10. Okay, I have to go. Hopefully, I'll be in the chat later on. I didn't even get to that last part.
Well, thanks, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mike T, you're the best. So, and to Mike Tamashiro, everybody. And shout out to the Cartoon Retro Cast there. So, let's get into some Walking Dead spoilers. So, everyone, thank you very much for listening this week. Really appreciate it. If you don't want to hear about Walking Dead spoilers all the way up through season 5, turn off the stream now. If you want to listen, that'd be great. It'll just be a minute or two, but it'll be cool to go through nonetheless. So thanks for listening, and if you're sticking around, awesome. Now, Dustin, I haven't seen this, but I don't mind it being spoiled, because I don't know how likely I am to go back and watch it, at least not anytime soon. Mm-hmm. So odds of me remembering this stuff are probably pretty unlikely.
For anybody who hasn't seen it, 1 through 5, seasons 1 through 5 is on Netflix right now. So
okay,
you can go watch all of it, and then come back like 4 weeks later. Okay, so Zarek says, regarding my feeling on the death of the Walking Dead characters. This is a long one. I would understand if you don't read it all. I could have went on for a lot longer, but certain characters and my feeling of them. Spoilers ahead. I wish for them to hurry up and kill about 5 characters in the show. They were Shane, Andrea, Lori, the Governor, and Dale. I felt the exact same way except for Dale. I actually like Dale a lot.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that's interesting.
Let's start with Dale. I felt that Dale didn't overstay his welcome. Herschel was just a much better moral compass. I knew Dale's days were numbered when Herschel, a.k.a. Dale 2.0, was introduced. Dale was just too preachy. That's pretty funny. I didn't think of Herschel as Dale 2.0.
No, me either.
Until he pointed it out. And I was like, yeah, they do kind of do the same thing.
Yeah.
Where they go on like these profound moral speeches. Shane's death was also near perfect timing. I understood why they had to wait for so long and after they finally killed him.
See, now, since we're in spoiler territory, I can talk about this. So Shane's the one they kill really early in the book.
Okay.
Do you remember me saying like they killed some characters earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they offed Shane right away. Not right away. Towards the end of the first season of the book, or of the series. So he would have died at the end of season 1, I think. It was about when it came out too.
Yeah, and he's talking about after, let's see, Rick kills Shane with a knife in the chest. And that's when he comes back without being bit. And they realize, holy crap, they're all infected.
Yeah.
He goes on to say, I wanted them to hurry up and kill Lori for a while. She was making Rick less interesting. I didn't care about their relationship after the first couple of seasons. I was a lot more interested in Rick being a leader and a father. He was a boring husband. Lori offered nothing to the show except for I'm Rick's wife.
Yep.
I agreed. She was always just like unnecessarily bitchy about stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And just kind of in the way.
Yeah. Like he would do something and she would be like, well, like why'd it have to go down that way? It couldn't have been this way and blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The governor also overstayed his welcome. I understand that they wanted to build him up as a character. I just didn't care. He should have destroyed the prison far earlier. Then they could have had more episodes of them wandering and surviving. Yeah, I didn't like the character of the governor at all.
I just disliked that actor a whole lot too. I didn't like the way he, I don't know, portrayed him. He looked like too nice of a guy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like he would have been a priest or something. Like, oh, I
yeah,
guess.
he was not intimidating in the slightest.
No.
It made me angry every time he got into a fight and started overpowering people. Yeah, I completely agree. I was very, very happy when he finally got killed.
Yes. And I've seen up to that point, so.
Let's see here. The last and most upsetting character is Andrea. Her character should have died in that explosion at the end of season 1. I like the whole thing with her and her sister, but that was it. Every single thing her character did in that show after season 1 pissed me off.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Her relationship with the governor, vomits. There wasn't a single redeeming quality about her character and the relationships between her and everyone else after season 1. Yeah, I liked a little bit of her and Michonne, but I think it's just because I really like Michonne.
Oh, okay.
Michonne is awesome, but
yes.
And I kind of liked seeing Michonne being emotional when at that point she was very
kind of stoic
otherwise. Yeah. But yeah, everything that Andrea did regarding what's the town's name? Woodbury?
I don't remember.
I think it's Woodbury. Something Berry. Every decision she made regarding that town was completely stupid.
Yeah.
Completely stupid, and I was very happy to see her die.
Absolutely. They drug it out a really long time, though.
Yeah.
Like she was alive forever.
Yeah. Yeah, like going back to the governor, like when he was chasing her around this old abandoned factory or something, and Andrea like tricks him and gets like 20 zombies coming after him.
Mm-hmm.
And he somehow fights off all 20 zombies.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is garbage. That is so stupid.
Feels lazy, right?
Yeah, with one eye, mind you. In the dark. Yeah, stupid. Governor sucks. BT dubs, I think season 5 is really good. Mostly because it's an entire season without Andrea Spitz. It's just plain good. Have you seen season 5 yet, Scott? You have not?
Not yet, no. But
okay.
I'm interested now. Like, he's got me thinking I should.
Yeah. I've seen it all, and I enjoyed it. I think not only is it good, but it goes places that feel fresh for the series. So I really enjoyed it.
Cool. Okay.
Let's see. Have you seen... No, I already read that. Carl is becoming the man I wanted the show to make him into. I'm calling it now. Carl will be the last man standing. They need to really end the show with him leading a group of his own 10 or 20 years into the future. I really think the relationship between Rick and Carl is the most interesting part of the show, with the most potential for greatness and loss. Lastly, Sasha's starting to push my buttons a bit. She'd better shape up in season 6.
Very cool. So, Zarek, great comment, man.
Yeah.
That was fun to go through. I was able to participate a little more than I thought. It's always fun. So, yeah, man. At this point, then, I think we are done recording. It's been a much longer show than I thought we'd get to this week.
Yeah.
So, it does. So, I want to thank Dumez and Zarek very much for writing in. I want to thank Mike T for sending us an email. If you'd like to send us an email, you can send that into classicleet@gmail.com, and that's the word classic and then L337. You can find us on Stitcher and iTunes, Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and then most importantly, YouTube, youtube.com/classicleet. I want to thank Ben Landis very much for letting us use his song Through the Forest as our intro music. And for outro music this week, I am going to play a song from... Let's see here. Let's go Twist Boy, and it's a song called What. So I will get that played for you if you want to listen to the audio version. Get that at ClassicElite.com, or you can subscribe on our RSS and all that fun stuff. So, anyways, that should be it for the show. I want to thank everyone very much for listening, and we will see you soon for episode 158.
Boosh!